Sports fans, for our next guest, we've got the country's latest heartthrob, who's been playing it right with the Gilas national basketball team. Welcome, Dwight Ramos. And Dwight, how did it feel traveling in this pandemic? We know you arrived May 4th, you did your quarantine, now you're back in the Calamba bubble. How did it feel?
Yes, Nito. I mean, it feels good. The last bubble got kind of shut down a little early because of the rising COVID cases. So I went to the States so I could continue training there. And I got my vaccine there. So I'm just glad to be back. I'm ready to start getting to work.
In February last year, Philippines beat Indonesia by 30 points. You played on that team. You had 6 professional teammates. This time, no professional teammates. You're all young guns. You're playing against an Indonesian team that's souped up with a naturalized import in Lester Prosper. What are our chances?
I mean, I always like our chances. I'm confident in our team. We're young, but we're really working hard here. We've been practicing. I mean, it's going to be tough with Lester Prosper out there with Indonesia this time. I mean, I'm pretty confident with us, but it should be a good game.
Nice. Dwight, a lot of Filipinos, of course, are happy that you've decided to play in the Philippines. But what made you decide to do that? I mean, you're pretty much in California, playing there. And what made you decide to come here?
Yeah, I know it's hard to leave the good life in California, but I just felt like I had like a good opportunity here playing for Ateneo, getting coached by Coach Tab, really getting to learn. And I think that's the biggest thing. Opportunities came up and I got to play for the national team, and I'm happy. So I'm just happy with my decision.
Yeah, it turned out to be a good decision. Was Ateneo the first choice? Was that your first choice, you and your brothers?
Yeah, it was our first choice. We really didn't see too much of the other schools. We only knew Ateneo, so it's really Ateneo or nothing.
Can you tell us how does playing in the college level or playing in the Philippines compare to playing in California or in the United States? Did you have a hard time adjusting?
It was a little different with the physicality and stuff. Basketball, you get called for little fouls there in the States, so it kind of makes you play. It's more of an offensive game there. Here, I would say it's a little more physical, so you just got to be tougher, and that's kind of just the only adjustment I had here. Other than that, it was a pretty smooth transition.
Dwight, let's sink our teeth into this Indonesia game some more. You mentioned Lester Prosper. Now we're going to have Angie Kwame in our lineup. What do you see that he brings to the game in terms of impact? And do you see him to be the versatile kind of center who can play inside and outside and can complement your game as well as your teammates' game?
Yeah, definitely. I think Ange can complement anybody on the team. He's such a force inside defensively. Like anybody that drives in there kind of thinks twice about how they want to try and finish around him. He should be a good matchup against Leicester. That'll be fun watching them too. But I really think he really complements everybody well. Rebounds, he can shoot. He's just out there trying to make our lives easier, and that's just kind of.
Can you tell us a little bit about the training bubble? How is it in there? Is it tough mentally, or you're okay with it? How is it sitting with you?
It's kind of hard as the time goes by, just staying in here, but it's fun being around all the young guys. We're all young, we're just having fun together, and a lot of places here in the Philippines can't practice, they can't train, so we're just happy to be here and kind of blessed just to have the opportunity to practice and train here.
So anyway, Dwight, I have my last 2 questions here.
All right.
If you were to choose 4 guys to go to war with in any competition, whether it's basketball or any other kind of team sport, who would those 4 guys be?
I'll pick both the Nieto brothers.
Okay.
I feel like we really got each other's back, so if I really had to go in the war, I would love to have them too with me. Isaac Go, because he got that brain. He could help us out if we were going to war. Maybe I'd pick Carl. Carl's just a fighter. His personality is he's always trying to fight. Got that fighting spirit, and I really like that about
Carl Tamayo? Okay.
I really
Yeah.
like his spirit.
Well, my last question will be about the UAP. When the UAP returns, you'll be playing for Ateneo. You're going to go up against one of your Gilas teammates, Balti Baltasar, in
Yeah.
that fabled LaSalle Ateneo rivalry. How do you think you can use the collegiate platform to get the fans more engaged into sports, get the youth more active into playing?
Well, I think that after this pandemic, there will be a lot of eyes on the UAP coming back. If we can show how we made it through this situation and turn this pandemic into something like the UAP and have a big showing there, I feel like that can be pretty inspiring to the youth and them wanting to aspire to play in the UAP as well.
Well, before we let you go, Dwight, I just wanted to ask, how do you like the popularity that you're enjoying here? And of course, we can't leave without you telling us about your girlfriend, of course, great volleyball player. How is it dating another athlete?
Yeah, the popularity is kind of new to me. It's really not something I'm used to. Just like from being from California and just dating another athlete, it's really like it makes it so much easier for me to kind of understand each other's lifestyles and having to train. So it really goes well together, and it's making my life a lot better.
It's great. Well, Kinito and I have really enjoyed having you on our show. Thank you so much for making the time. We're going to be following you, of course, in your journey there with the Gilas team. God bless, and thanks for playing it right with us, Dwight Ramos.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited to see Dwight perform with the national team again. He looks like a really, really fine guy, and also really curious to see how it's going to play out with the other young members of the Gilas team performing in the international stage. For sure, they have that young kind of energy, diba?
A lot of pressure on the shoulders of the young guns. But, seeing and feeling Dwight Ramos's vibe with that interview that we had, Diane, I'm just so excited, and I'm very optimistic that no matter what, win or lose, I think those young guns, the young Gilas team, our new generation of players, will make the country proud.